This is part 2 of 7, the rule in the series Computing Difference of Latitude and Longitude. The rules. If the location of A and B is on the same hemisphere, the difference of latitude and longitude is the difference between the two coordinates, points A and B. Rule 2. If the location of A and B is not on the same hemisphere, the difference of latitude and longitude is the sum of the two coordinates, points A and B. This figure is an example of location of A and B on same hemisphere, and location of A and B is not on the same hemisphere. For example, on the left image here, this one, A and B, is on the same hemisphere. So, if you solve for the difference of latitude on this A and B, it is the difference. As you can see, 50 minus 20 equals 30. 50 minus 20 equals 30. If you count 10, 20, 30. The same also as this one. They are on the same hemisphere, southern hemisphere. A is on 10 degrees, B is on 30 degrees. So if you take the difference, 30 minus 10, the answer is 20. So 10, 20. On the other hand, this figure E and B, this one, is on a different hemisphere. A is on the northern hemisphere, B is on southern hemisphere. Now they will fall on rule 2. If the location of A and B is not on the same hemisphere, the difference of latitude or longitude is the sum of the two coordinates. So, if you add 20 plus 30 equals 50. So, if we count 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. You cannot use 1 because if you take the difference between 20 and 30, it is 10. So, but this one, the distance is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So, the right rule is on the rule 2, the sum. The same on this sample. A is on the southern hemisphere, B is on the northern hemisphere. So, if you add 30 plus 30 equals 60. So, if we count 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So, it falls on rule 2. On the other side, on the other image is for longitude. As you can see, this A and B is on the western hemisphere. Is on western hemisphere. So, they will fall on rule 1. So, we will take the difference. So, 40 minus 10 equals 30. So, if we count 10, 20, 30. Same as this one. From 10 to 40. So, if we take the difference, 40 minus 10, 30. So, if we count 10, 20, 30. So, they still fall on rule 1. While this objects A and B is on a different hemisphere. The A is on the western, B was on the eastern hemisphere. So, if we falls on rule 2, so we will take the sum 40 plus 30 equals 70. If we count 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So, the sum falls on rule 2. Same as this one. The A is on 30, the B is on 30. But A is on the eastern hemisphere, B is on western hemisphere. So we will take the sum because it falls on rule 2. We count from 30, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. That's why they fall on rule 2. So it's very easy to determine the difference of latitude and longitude. If both A and B is on the same hemisphere, take the difference. If both A and B is on different hemisphere, not the same hemisphere, take the sum. Rule 3. The multiples of 360. If the sum of A and B is greater than 180 degrees, then it will be subtracted from 360 and the direction will be reversed. Rule 4, don't forget, 1 degree equals 60 minutes and 1 minute equals 60 degrees. The multiples of 360. In rule 3, if the sum of A and B is greater than 180 degrees, then it will be subtracted from 360. And the direction of the difference of longitude will be reversed. Like for example, if you are on longitude A, 150 degrees east, and longitude B is 160 degrees west. So if we get the sum, because it has different hemisphere, we have 310 degrees west, as it is going from east to west. But talking about meridians, there are only 180 meridian, 180 east, 180 west. Here we can see on the image is 180 degrees. There is no 310 degrees west. There is no 310 degrees east. So that's why we will be using the multiples of 360. So we will subtract the sum from 360, like this one. Multiples of 360 minus the sum will be 50 degrees east. So we will prove that the rule is valid. Concentrate on this image. From A, 150 east, and B, 160 west. They have different hemisphere. If you count from A to B, it's only 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. There is no 310. That's why we will use the multiples of 360. Then, to prove that we will reverse the direction, so from west to east, because from east he is going west. But when he entered west, as you can observe, the numbers are decreasing. So now she is going east, not west. If the number is increasing, he is going east to 180. But in this case, the numbers are decreasing. Your ship is going east as the answer. Another example, this one. So from longitude A, which is 170 degrees west, up to 160 degrees east. It has different hemisphere, that's why we will get the sum. The sum is 330 east, as it is going east from west. Again, there is no 330 east, so we will be using the multiples of 360. So multiples of 360 minus the sum, which is 330 degrees east, your difference of longitude will be 30 degrees west. Reverse the sign, as the ship is now on the eastern part of the hemisphere, going again west, as the number is decreasing.